Another RocBoys Wrestling Podcast. I'm your boy Dave CO Coles.
You already know what it is. Podcast Savage Matt. Here for another one.
Here for another one. Friday Night Smackdown. Matt, we were just talking about it. They have the Filipino Rhino on the roster now.
You know what I said he built like.
Go ahead and say it.
Yeah, Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns. My man is literally built like a Hispanic Roman, bro.
I don't. Okay, man. Like I said, me and Matt were just talking about this before we got live.
Mm-hmm.
He's a jobber. He's a jobber, bro. He's going to be the. Which one is it? Tangaloa? Which one is it?
He's lower than Tangaloa, is what you're saying?
Tangaloa is the one that always doing all the botches, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's low. No. He's on the same like
level,
in WWE.
Same tier?
Yeah. Yes, bro. Yes, bro.
I will say, oh man, go ahead.
I don't care for this at all, bro. This is he's not what they wanted him to be. But go ahead.
I would say he didn't do anything really flashy today. He doesn't come off as anything as like a big threat, you know. Only reason being that he didn't come in with any type of charisma. Didn't really show too much tenacity. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's like this is what they wanted to do, but it's a poor man's Jacob in his build.
Poor man Jacob.
Jacob came in
he
as something serious. No, but something serious. Like you're like, whoa, what the fuck? Like again, man was hitting moonsaults. He was hitting anything he wanted to do in the main event card. Ain't been main event carded yet. That makes sense. You wanted more from him. My man Jeff Cobb, Mateo, JC Mateo, what they want to name him. It didn't give that. He gave the body slam into the turnbuckle on the outside, but that was really much it. He didn't really do nothing to really stand out. You know what I mean?
Oh, he stood out.
He stood out in a sore way. Yeah. He stood out as a sore. And the reason I say that because and not to say that. All right, Solo is literally like the bar in their bloodline. You're either going to be up to Solo, or you should be propelled by Solo. If that makes sense.
Makes sense. Okay.
The way he wants to build you. Like again, you look at Tama Tonga. The way he came in, he was built out to be a savage. You know what I'm saying? He's built out to be this Ravager that's going to pick up scraps type dude, right? Scrappy dappy type dude. Then you got Tongaloa. He didn't meet that bar. That's why they kept him in the managerial role. You got Jacob. Literally exceeded all that. You just gave us Jeff. All right, I got another one. Bronson Reed.
Ooh,
exceeded that.
Yeah,
you get me. Like under like he's not necessarily under Solo's tutelage, but he's under his fold, right?
Only
you bring in Jeff Cobb. Jeff Cobb missed the ball.
The only thing I'm gonna say about that is Bronson already had a mystique about him before he joined the bloodline.
Understood, but I'm just saying that anybody under Solo's fold at least was either better. Like he's the bar, so you either got to exceed the bar, or you're just not going to you're not going to work. I don't know if Jeff or JC, whoever you want to call him, is meeting the bar the way they expected
to. No, he's not. You like you said, when you were talking about this, glorified jobber.
And it's why
jobber.
I honestly felt as though they should have brought in family.
You definitely said that.
I've been saying it for weeks. Yeah.
I mean, when you have people in the PC that are sitting there and waiting, a bit of family situation. Even when they try to say he's the hottest free agent on the market, he wasn't.
Nah, he didn't have the Jade. He didn't have the Jacob. He didn't have the Penta. He didn't have the Ray Phoenix vibe at all. Like you really
have that mystique.
No, you didn't. You were wondering. Shit, he didn't have the ego. He had Ethan Page. He didn't have the Ricky Saints. Let's keep it a buck.
I mean, think about it. Think about this. It fell flat even when he showed his face.
Yeah,
like, the crowd didn't. You didn't when he premiered at Backlash. When he debuted at Backlash, I'm sorry. It wasn't like a oh my god.
No,
it was like who is that? It was like who is that?
It wasn't like those Jacob vibes. Again, that's what I said. When Jacob showed up, you're like, what the fuck are we about to do? Like you were shook.
So you got to think about it. Jacob, excuse me, even the way he carried himself. If you didn't know who Jacob was, you was gonna do your research to find out who he was.
No, literally.
This guy, I already kind of knew about him because he was a jobber in Lucha Underground. And I'm not throwing shots at him, right. But I just threw a grenade at you.
I just yeah. What I kept saying to Dave was like, I feel like this isn't the final step for the Ascension. I feel like somebody else is going to have to join for them to really break apart.
Yeah, well, that's true because I think WWE is realizing this JC, whatever you want to call him, is not going to bring that mystique when Jacob leaves to keep the bloodline flowing.
No, he's not the. He's not Jacob's going to run through him, and like unless that's what I said, and I'm trying to talk about the match too. Like you gotta give him some attire. He can't just be fighting in jeans and a beater. Like, give me something. Again, Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa both came in, you know what I'm saying, some type of suit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Granted, they might have been the same ones from like when they used it when they were in GOD, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's just a principle. It's like they still have their own thing. I mean, shit. You look at Jacob. Jacob literally came in bloodline type attire. And I know they're not necessarily trying to push bloodline anymore, but anything under Solo, if you in Solo's crew and you don't want to give it a name, just know we automatically gonna call bloodline. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So he has to have something that's more distinctive that makes him stand out a lot more. Because the attire he wore tonight wasn't it. My man didn't even have a chain on.
I mean, he started out in long sleeve shirt and then had to go into the beater. Like, bro, you about to have a match. Like, let's be real. You're not going to wrestle no match in a long sleeve shirt like that.
And jeans.
Like, you're going to be hot. Like, no diddy. You're going to be hot. Like,
not even just the hot part, but like I said, it's like you just don't stand out, bro. Like you look like somebody like the hometown hero. You know what I mean? Usually when the hometown hero, they're usually a jobber. And they usually don't wear anything that really makes them stand out too much. Like, for real, he's giving me Evolve vibes.
He gives me NXT vibes.
Nah, and he evolves under that.
Well, he giving me not even. I mean, on my fault.
He's not giving you main card vibes. Is what you're saying? You think LFG?
No, LFG, TNA. I don't care. Yeah. I'm telling you, I called him the Filipino Rhino.
Yeah.
That's what he looks like to me. Like, so speaking of the match, so I mean, I know, like you say, the way me and Matt pod and ancient normal pod, we ain't got no format. Let's talk about him since we talk about him, so we ain't got to talk about him again.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like,
he got an impromptu match against LA Knight.
Impromptu Nick.
Yeah, I mean, they was out there brawling. Hey, just have the match. Let's go. Let's get it on.
Mm-hmm.
LA Knight. What did you say? What you think happened with LA? What's going on with LA Knight, man?
It's somebody. They were saying that he pissed somebody off in the backstage.
He had to, bro.
Yeah, to have a match like this and to lose it. And mind you, like I said, JC didn't do anything that really stood out. He did a moonsault, a standing moonsault. That was the only real move, and then plus his finisher. That was the only real move that really stood out.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I feel as though LA Knight carried this match. And that's a hard thing for me to say.
Bro, LA Knight did carry this match.
A hard thing for me to say. Because, again, we all know for a fact, like, he is a very cookie cutter, looking for the pop type wrestler that kind of annoys me at times. But it's like his personality carries him more than what his matches do. This match looked good for LA Knight more than it did for JC as a debut.
Right. Especially with, like you said, you took the words right. I'm wrong. It's being his debut. It's not. I don't, bro. That and this is why I probably say what I'm saying, that I don't believe he can really stand out like that.
Mm-hmm.
Is because of when LA Knight is overshining you, and this is supposed to be your debut.
Mm-hmm.
Like, are you a jobber? Are you the bloodline jobber right now?
Right.
And all this, internet wrestling fans talking about, oh, he can do this, he can do that. Yes, he can do a lot. But I just don't see him exceeding this well in this role. If he'd have came in another role, you would have been fine. But you coming into the bloodline and you have a Solo who stands out and you have a Jacob who stands out all the time. You're dealing with some different type of level of
Samoans. Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
but what I was saying today, it was like, it's literally like Solo is the bar for his group. You're either going to be above him and shine, or you're going to be under him and don't. Prime example, Jacob exceeded those expectations, right? He's above the bar. Tama Tonga literally debuted and became the scrappy dappy type fighter that, again, went above the bar. Got his own catchphrase going and everything like that. Above the bar, stood out for himself. Tonga Loa, what happened with him? Under the bar. Another one, I'm saying he's not necessarily a part of their crew predominantly, but he was a prominent factor when they did the Survivor Series stuff. Bronson Reed stood above. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You're like, I look at Solo as I'm either going to propel you, or you're going to fall by yourself. Like, you either I'm going to put you in a position for you to shine, or you're just not going to work. Yeah. Jacob, it's like, for this to be his debut, it fell under the bar. Again, you cared more about the Solo match than you did this match. Way more of the Solo match.
Yeah.
For somebody who's not even really booked like that, who hasn't been booked in a couple weeks, you care about Jimmy more than you care about JC. And I love Big Jim.
Not more than Naomi.
I mean, she got that, but she better walk with caution, right? I better walk with caution. But either way, the debut match, it didn't necessarily, it felt weird. It felt weird.
It felt flat.
It felt really flat. And again, it didn't go the way they wanted to. And so, I mean, like I said, he has to do something to really stand out. Again, whether it be his attire, because again, even the attire wasn't right. Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa both wore something from GOD days, like Guerrillas of Warfare. The Guerrillas of Destiny, whatever you want to call them, Warfare, Destiny, all the same stuff. But either way, it's like they did something to make them stand out. That they were Haku's kids. They wore the black, like, you know what I'm saying, leather with the red in between. They did that shit. Crawled out for us. I'm saying for the Titantron, for the entrance, everything like that. Stood out. Did something to make them a personality. Yeah. Did that. You know? We should have put in family. For them to be, again, Dave said, for them to be in the PC or wherever they are and not have this opportunity to show up in this window, it's kind of crazy.
I believe Triple H, whoever made that call, is regretting it.
I think they got a plan B already in the store. They need to pull the trigger on it.
I mean, you have to have a plan B dealing with this guy and so hold on. Let me backlash. Let me backpedal a little bit. I'm not saying he can't be an asset to the bloodline. I'm not saying that.
Right.
What I'm saying is what we know is going to happen down the road.
Yes.
So, I mean, Jacob is going to be his own man. He's going to be on his own too.
Yeah.
You're playing with fire, thinking he can replace him.
Yeah.
And we all know.
Or be not even replace, be a threat. Not to cut you off. Like to be a threat, an obstacle that Jacob has to hurdle.
Okay. Yeah. Well, regardless, but I'm saying, like, in the bloodline story, he will replace him.
Right. I get what you're saying, though. I'm sorry.
And we all know that ain't happening. So,
no.
Like Matt said, family, I believe, will do a lot better in this realm of things. I don't care which one. Pull them both up. Hikuleo, bring everybody up.
Look, Hikuleo would have been the perfect answer though, because you want you trying to build JC to be a monster. You literally had you could have a monster in Hikuleo. That's all you really had to do. Again, just align Solo with the Tongans, surround him by the Tongans, and that's the answer you need.
No, you're right.
Because you already had the other two. Just bring in the other brother again, and they all brothers too. Come on now, it writes itself. I don't care if it was like I wouldn't even look at that as lazy booking. I would look at that as more just like it's the best option.
It makes the most sense.
It makes the most sense. It wouldn't even be mad if you really did it. I know, like me and Dave will complain about sometimes lazy booking and everything like that, and stuff being predictable. But it's like that one would have made the most sense. I wouldn't have been mad at it. It would have worked as well. It would have worked itself out. Again, you given a big 7-foot giant because you cut one for Jacob. You just cut him. But I don't even think you really cut him because you're still paying him for his show that you give him later on this year, Braun Strowman. But you definitely go and do another 7-foot one that makes more sense that really protects Solo, because we know that the censures is happening. It's happening.
Right. Yeah, it's built.
That promo that they cut today. I mean, last night. It's crazy, bro.
Let's get into that right now.
Yeah, I mean, like first of all, like they come up there and like, so the main thing is it's like Solo saying, "Bro, tell me that you love me. I love you, Jacob."
I haven't heard it in a while.
What happened you saying that? I haven't heard it in a while. Like, come on, man. But then he goes and winds up taking the credit for everything that Jacob did.
You see the frustration in Jacob's face.
You see the frustration. You know what's happening. You already know what he about, but I'm trying not to cuss. You already know what he about, buddy.
And then try to steal his line.
I'm all gas, no brakes with it. Yeah, me. Yeah, we understand you, Jacob. We with you, Jacob. Yeah. Solo still in that funk, doing what he needs to do to create the dissension.
Yeah.
They gotta fire Plan B soon.
Yeah, yeah, because if this was Plan A,
Plan A, yeah. Come on.
They fell.
If we building up into a SummerSlam, you gotta do it soon. But I did send you a picture before we got on.
Bro, I was nowhere near my phone, bro.
You nowhere near your phone? All right.
Of what? What are you talking about? I'm talking about
right to your messages.
Oh, you sent me. Oh yeah.
So, yup. And look who posted it though.
Rikishi.
Yeah, exactly. So right there is another thing. I'm wondering, do they go that route? And we can go right into that match too.
Rikishi posted a picture of Solo holding the Money in the Bank briefcase. Solo was in this qualifying match against Big Jim
and Ray Fenix, which is it's actually a solid match.
Yeah, it was. I'm not the biggest fan of multi-man matches. If y'all listen to this podcast, y'all already know how I am. But I understand this right here format to qualify for the Money in the Bank. So I didn't realize that Jim was in this match until Jim got the promo in the back, walking to the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Solo won the match.
I thought it was crazy call. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I didn't know who was gonna win this match. I didn't know who they're gonna have to win this match. I don't even know why. I don't even know why they gave him this match.
You got to give Solo something. Solo ain't have too much at any other thing that's going on right now.
Cool.
You gotta give him something.
Cool, great. But it's just like, all right, he's in the Money in the Bank qualifying match. Where do you go from there?
I mean, he won it, so he's
he won. He's in Money in the Bank now. Where do you go from there?
I gotta see who else goes in. I gotta see all the other qualifying matches that comes and who's in it before we can sit down and dissect Money in the Bank. The way
I already feel. All right, like, look, you know me and my mind already starts thinking.
Yeah. You want to put him in there? Put him in there. Go ahead.
Nah, Jacob's gonna lose.
Jacob's gonna lose
his
title before Money in the Bank.
Yup. Possibly.
To who?
It don't matter to who. It's a simple fact. He's gonna lose it. Right?
I mean, it do matter.
I mean, I ain't get there yet.
Okay.
Possibly Drew McIntyre. Let's just say that now. But I feel as though Jacob's gonna crash out and call Solo.
He gonna cost him that Money in the Bank.
Mm-hmm.
So Jacob won't be in the Money in the Bank. He'll just come in there and just cause havoc.
He'll make sure Solo won't win. And it'll get a big ass baby pop. It'll get a big ass pop for doing it.
No, you said it right. You said it exactly. No. Don't change what you.
Oh, he gonna be a baby face. He'll be a baby face for sure. Because again, that's what I feel like Solo could very well cost him his title. In
Solo
return,
it's just a matter of when.
In return, Jacob gives him a receipt to cost him with that one.
And then that gives you the match, the one-on-one match.
For SummerSlam. Exactly.
Yeah, because SummerSlam is 2 nights.
However, yes, I still feel like Roman Reigns is going to be in the Money in the Bank. Don't get me wrong. Like again, that's what you talk about. Put him in there. Yes, because again, even Solo cutting a promo and mentioning Roman Reigns.
It's a lot of Roman been dropping.
It's only right you put him in that, and because again, he wants his title back. Who else better to do it this year than against Cena? You feel me? Again, writes itself. Writes itself.
I mean, who else should do it better than Cena?
Who else better than win the Money in the Bank than Roman? I mean, you got a couple options, but we ain't gonna go there.
I don't want to see Roman win the Money in the Bank.
I think it secures a title match for sure for him. But you think he's not going to get it again?
It's Roman. He'll get it.
I mean, he'll get a title shot because of who's in it. Again, he has to fight Cena again. Cena even said that he's the GOAT to somebody. Like I seen an interview, somebody asked him who's his GOAT. He said Roman Reigns.
Was it in character or out of character?
It was out of character.
Well, he always says stuff out of character.
You get what I'm saying?
What did he say when he's in character?
I don't know. I mean, it's kind of weird, right? But we also know we're gonna get a certain cookie cutter shifter bakery soon. You get what I'm saying?
I don't want to talk about that.
Okay.
I want to talk about the truth shall set you free.
Oh, because it will.
God damn it. My boy Truth said he's going to beat this John Cena so the old one can come back.
Fact. Mind you, this wasn't even going to be my original background. My original background was from Survivor Series.
Nah, but
John Cena versus R-Truth was definitely going to be my original background.
Survivor Series?
It's in the tuck.
But hold on, Survivor Series, that was a tag team match.
Right. It's still a fact he had him in a headlock.
No, I'm saying I'm saying, but I was making sure I was remembering.
No, you're right. Yeah, it was him and the Rock versus. Yeah, you're right.
Him and Miz and Truth. But yeah, Capital Punishment was the one-on-one match.
Yeah.
But this sit-down interview with Wade Barrett that R-Truth cut. Truth is a gem, and the more Matt. I know Matt said hinting at maybe this might be R-Truth last year as well. I'm getting that feeling as well because I listened to his
he's doing a lot of press. He's doing a lot.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of press for this. It's just the order they giving R-Truth right now. You know, they not even mention the 32-time 24/7 champion.
They being serious about it. They giving a serious run right now.
That's what I'm getting at. You probably won't get this serious of R-Truth again.
Yeah.
And shout out for this not even being for the title. It's not even for the title.
No, it's not. Which is actually pretty cool.
It's literally for him to beat this Cena out of him, and so we can get back to old John Cena in his words.
Again, he said, look, I'm going with 3 principles: hustle, loyalty, and respect. Like, nah. Ron is really doing it. Like,
this is dope. I like this for Truth, man.
Same.
Saturday main event. Next week, next Saturday as well. This match is on there. I'm not expecting the super tear down the show match because of something else that they announced tonight that I think gonna tear it down.
You talking about what you talking about?
Yeah, but we'll talk about that after this. But Truth being in this against Cena, man, I like it for Truth.
Nah, definitely. I like it. It only need a title match. It don't need a title. It literally sells itself. Like, in all honesty, you're gonna watch R-Truth. Just keep it a buck. You're gonna watch R-Truth do some crazy ass shit. Like, I'm sold.
Yeah, he got us. Yeah, I mean, it was sold after he did the AA through the table. We knew who was coming next. We just knew.
R-Truth is gonna be wearing some Cena gear
for sure. He is wearing either the old Chain Gang jersey. I think Truth might go back to the Chain Gang. Not even this. I think he might go Chain Gang on him.
But that's not hustle, loyalty, and respect.
Yeah. Well,
if he does a spinner.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. If he does a spinner,
he gonna have like me and Match. He gonna have something.
He's gonna troll in some type of aspect. Some way he's gonna troll.
Yeah, it's Truth.
Yeah, some way he's gonna troll, and it's gonna be the main event too. Let's be honest. Or is it?
But I don't think so.
No,
because it's not for the title.
So Jey Uso's gonna get the main event.
Yeet.
Okay. I'm questioning that one too after the damn announcement we got last night.
It's just, I mean, hey man, let's not keep them.
This might be one of the biggest Sunday night main events we've had.
This card is going to be crazy,
and that's what I'm getting at.
Right now, we have 3 matches announced for this card.
No, we got 4.
What's the 4?
Jey Uso, Logan Paul. CM Punk and Sammy versus Seth Rollins and Braun.
Oh, I forgot about that.
John Cena and Truth. And then we got the announcement of Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre in a steel cage.
Shout out to them for putting this much on this card.
Shout out to them for even bringing a steel cage match for Saturday Night Main Event. It gives you nostalgia vibes.
Yes. I mean, if it was a big blue cage, it definitely would give us nostalgia vibes.
Who says they won't?
Nah, they ain't doing that. They ain't doing that no more. That's a Punjabi prison now. They wrapped it up. That's a Punjabi prison.
Shit.
Hey, bro. But nah, yo, now I'm thinking about it. Did we get another match? We gotta get it. We got no women?
You're right. We'll get a women's match.
or it's not a segment. It's not a match.
No. They'll put a women's match on. Who is the question?
It's only a 2-hour show.
Who is the question?
It's only a 2-hour show. That's only pull up an go back to the last Saturday night main event. How many matches was it? If you can do that real quick.
It's 5.
It was 5 last time?
It's 5. I got it right here. It's 5.
All right, well then, yeah, we're gonna get a women's match.
They had a women's match on there too. They had one.
Yeah, we're gonna get one. We're gonna get one next Saturday too.
Time before that. Oh, so the one before that, the one in December, it had 6 matches.
2 hours?
They had 6 matches. Technically, the one was a dark match. The first one was, so they had 5, but they had 6
so
matches.
It wasn't
that
on
night.
TV then.
Right. They had 6 that night. That whole night. 2 women's.
One was a dark though.
No. The only one that was a dark was a tag match. That was a men's.
Oh, okay.
The Liv Morgan, Io Sky, and then Chelsea Green and Michin, they were both on air that night.
Listen, adding a women's match to this, I give you 5 matches in 2 hours.
This is who?
We'll talk about that because
I have an idea. It won't be for a title, but I have an idea.
I see a tag team match.
You see a tag team match? I see a singles.
I think you want to get as much women stars as you can on there. Naomi, yeah. I'm saying it right now. Forget it. Let's talk about it. Naomi and Nia Jax versus Jade and Tiffany.
Unless Nick Aldis does that next week, but yeah. I can see that.
You get Jade out there.
He books it next week.
Yeah, he books it next week. But we're gonna leave the main event for the main event because I didn't expect that.
You know what I didn't expect? Just a good old taxi match we got last night. Freaking Fraxiom and DIY.
Yo.
First of all, why y'all booking Fraxiom like this?
I don't know.
Why y'all doing it now? Y'all making it real difficult.
They are.
like, who the hell is what's the name? Who the hell is Motor City?
I don't know.
Who the hell is Pretty Deadly?
Yeah, boy.
You showing cracks with Los Garzas? Well. LDF, Legado, Phantasma. Yeah. You showing cracks with them. So, y'all just going all in with Fraxiom, huh? WWE motherfuckers, you. Got me cussing. I don't even want to cuss. Yeah. Y'all booking them great.
Yo.
Great.
They are.
And it's spooky. Because it really feels as though, like, it gives me, like, the Paul London, what was his name?
Paul London and I know you're talking about.
It's Spanky, wasn't it? No. Brian Kendrick. Yeah, well, Spanky, same dude. Yeah. Either way, yeah, you give me those vibes with these guys, but thing is, like, they really going toe to toe with these tag teams. I'm loving it.
Yeah,
love every second of it. DIY being the perfect kind of opponents right now, because like those the right size like opponents, so it makes sense. But I'm definitely gonna love the fact that they're gonna do the rematch between them and the Street Profits coming up.
Yeah,
definitely liking that. Granted, they're probably gonna do them in Motor City, but it's definitely gonna feel good about it. You know, I don't want. I mean, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but like I feel like maybe Johnny and Tommaso is running his course. Like Johnny Gargano's too much of a good guy.
but this is a normal thing with them. They are worse than Triple H and Shawn Michaels. They get together, break up, fight each other, feud, go separate ways, get back together. That shit is like a revolving cycle when it comes to DIY.
Yeah, but I'm okay with them being enemies. I would rather Tommaso Ciampa be the biggest freaking heel than to be aligned with Johnny Gargano.
But
you know what I mean?
But in this landscape of WWE, he can't survive by himself.
I don't know.
I mean, no. Gargano can't. I mean, no.
Yeah,
Ciampa can. Gargano can't.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to say.
No, well, not put this. Not like for anything serious. Like Johnny get injured too much too. That's my other problem. But like Johnny could just go back down to NXT and work NXT. He could work TNA, do everything right there, easy. Tommaso Ciampa literally did everything in NXT in my eyes. You know what I mean? He literally did everything he could. He got over as one of the bigger heels, the biggest heels. You really loved him for everything he did there. And no shade to Johnny Gargano, but just for some fact, it's like those that didn't know independent scene like that. You really fell in love with Tommaso Ciampa's character work from again going babyface, selling the babyface, turning heel, going against like the Undisputed Era, doing everything from that like whole arc. You know what I'm saying? The black and gold, literally. Tommaso Ciampa is literally Mount Rushmore on black and gold. And it's like, you know what I mean? You just can't bear to think that it's like he can't turn up his heel. I feel like with Johnny, he's stuck. His ceiling is right here, but he needs to pass that ceiling. He can. And we're just not necessarily letting him do it. You know, because you want to keep him in the tag team round, but he is. It's much like how you feel about Montez. I feel that way about Tommaso. He needs to let him loose and go for gold, bro.
Well, what's it called? Changed my mind though. So
who? You talking about Doc?
Doc,
I got you.
Doc changed my mind. I ain't gonna hold you. At one point, I was saying, F this.
Yeah.
But right now, Doc changed my mind a lot. He improved. But I mean, I forgot what I was about to say though. But whatever. When it comes to DIY, I mean, breaking them up, like I said, I just feel like Tommaso can hold his own.
Yeah.
Johnny can't.
I feel you. But no, really good match though.
No, definitely a good match.
Good match. Almost. Look, you know what else was a good match?
What's that?
It's Aleister Black Carmelo Hayes match.
Bro. I didn't like this feud in the beginning because I thought that they was going to literally make him a squash feud. But shout out to them for doing things to make this feud more interesting. Because I really didn't think it was going to be interesting when they first came back.
No, like, I mean, the only one that's really being squashed is Miz.
Shout out to the Miz for getting American Gladiator the hosting job too. Shout out to you, Miz.
Shout out to you. But yeah, Miz doing this, it makes sense because it saves both superstars.
Yes, because you have a established. Think about this. Miz been with the company for 20 plus years. It don't hurt the Miz to take to go through all this at all. Like it really don't. So
you know what I mean?
Actually makes sense for them booking like this. It makes sense. And Carmelo Hayes is showing up. Well, I never had a problem with him in the ring. So I mean,
never did.
For me, so me saying that is like not even obsolete.
Yeah,
no, he shows up in the ring.
He's been showing up, but it's like this feels like the right feud for both of them.
It do.
Because it gives like it gives Aleister a good like start, you know, like even if like we're gonna do the quote unquote 50-50 booking, one gets a win, the other one doesn't get a win, no contest, everything like that. If we're doing the Cesaro, was it Cesaro in Aleister? No, it was Buddy Murphy and Aleister first. back when they did that. They did like they did like a string of matches.
Yeah.
And then like then they did a Sheamus and Cesaro series of matches. They did a Andrade Carmelo series of matches. So I mean, like, I'm not mad that they're booking it with this one because it seems to bring out a lot in both of their characters. It makes them work a lot more. It makes them, again, they get the shine that they should be getting. You add the Miz into it, again, neither one of them are necessarily taking the bumps like officially. It's always gonna be like a distraction on the outside of the reason why they probably lost or probably won. You know what I mean? So it saves them both. It protects them both while still gaining momentum for both for what they did. Again, Carmelo coming off of winning the Andre the Giant and turning into a pendant. I'm loving it. You know what I'm saying? Aleister Black making a return, being a threat. I'm loving it. Like, it is what it is. But definitely, well, I mean, next week, if I'm not mistaken, they both have Shinsuke Nakamura.
So he had his promo in the back. Very
Let me just say thank God he made the cut.
They're not cutting Shinsuke.
Look, it gets scheduled sometimes though.
This does because he does have long laps off of TV.
I think he had a passing in his family though. But either way, it's definitely, I like the promo that he cut for that. And so I mean, it definitely gives you something to build until next week and something to look forward to. Because again, you don't know who's gonna come out of this one.
No, you don't. You
know.
But whoever does come out, which I think is Aleister Black, him and Shinsuke, I'm ready for
it.
I'm ready for that.
Yeah.
That's gonna be some good work in the ring right there for sure.
Nah, for sure. Spooky. Almost as spooky as this next match we're about to talk about. It's triple threat. Alexa Bliss, Chelsea Green, and Michin.
Before we get there, did you see the run-in with her and Charlotte in the back?
Yes.
What do you think about that?
So, I don't know where they're going with it, but I do like the fact that they're kind of dwelling into a little bit, but they kind of hit it, you know what I'm saying, little subtle hits. For Alexa to bring up the past.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at.
And to say that you were the ones that kind of took me in to kind of like, you know what I'm saying, kind of show me the ropes around here. Like, and then Charlotte arrogantly, I don't remember that. It sets up who could potentially be next target.
For sure.
But I'm saying the reason why it kind of setting itself up too, like it's kind of becoming, it's not as murky as it may seem at first.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because of course we ought to know what they talked about. You know what I mean? You want to know what they were discussing. But of course they didn't necessarily say what they talked about last week. You know, but it's definitely giving those vibes. But with all that whole segment, I will say this though. I am happy that they made a decision and made a signing, even though she's been on the other show. So Julia has now officially been called up.
Yes.
And officially it's crazy. She hasn't even been in the company that long. I think it's been like 6 months.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, and now she's already on the main card, which is kind of like wow, that's surprising. But I mean, it just kind of makes me feel as though like they're kind of ran its course with NXT. I mean, with them even trying to integrate TNA stars in there, and even have some of the stars from NXT go into TNA. Because I don't know if you've seen Nikita Lyons, she's definitely showed up on TNA. He made her TNA debut this week.
She made a hell of a walk down the aisle, boy. I tell you that.
That thing, right? But yeah. But no, the triple threat match. I knew who was gonna win.
Yeah, we knew it.
And it sucks because like it was. Let me just say that it was weird to see. It was weird to see the one thing about like Michin. So like Michin, like her segment in the back, it kind of made you feel she was gonna go for the tag titles.
Yeah, because like when her and B-Fab was talking, I mean, she did say like, "I'm gonna bring it back for us," and
for
like
what?
you gonna win the Money in the Bank and then go cash it in for tag team titles.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, I know they do that type of stuff. You know, so you can go for every title you want to, but why not go for the big gold? Why limit yourself to mid card?
You might be a mid person.
All I need you to do, Michin, is bring your husband back to the company. Then go get your brother-in-law into the back into the ring. Big E. But yeah, definitely need that. But nah, Aleister Bliss winning. She was clearly the definitive winner. Like again, I feel like Chelsea Green rolled out the ring the moment the match started. It was like, okay.
You want to like Chelsea Green because of certain things.
Her personality is
good.
Her
personality. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you want to like her. The whole cabinet joint is super dope. Like me and Matt talked about it before. Like it gives me the female version of JBL.
Right.
It is the little things that she do. Like when she did the hardcore match, she had the Mick Foley shirt on. So she make you want to like her in the ring. I mean, outside the ring, but we're getting it. Like they always say, when the bell ring. This could have been a one-on-one match.
It could have been.
It would have been a lot better.
It could have been. Like I understand she like used her as like comic relief sometimes, but it's like, damn, like she was just the women United States champion. You know what I mean? She's the inaugural United States champion. Yeah, like put some respect on her name. Just a little bit.
I mean, you would think they would, but maybe they see something that we don't.
I'm not even gonna go that route. Cause I think they believe in her, but it's just like maybe she needs to change the scenery. Go to Raw. Maybe. I mean, she's always had problems with Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis. It don't seem like it's ever gonna stop. Maybe she goes to Ava. You don't know, say.
So, all the rumors is SmackDown's going back to 2 hours in 2 weeks.
Yeah, we knew that though.
Yeah, with that happening though, it's going to be a lot of shifting to these other programs, meaning Raw, NXT, and you might integrate some of the partnerships that you have.
Yes. My thing is, I feel as though I think they're going back to 2 hours for probably the end of the year out. I think it goes into what you said before, that SmackDown eventually goes to Netflix. And both are about 3 hours.
2.5.
We're getting 3 hours a couple weeks now.
Raw? No.
At least the one right after Mania, it was 3 hours.
Yeah, that one. But after that, we're back 2.5.
Right. Either way, SmackDown's actually doing very well for 3 hours. It's actually been the one that's kind of been holding its end of the bargain. Again, if you're getting storyline, but you're getting good matches too. Are they tag matches? So what? You're getting matches and you're getting story. I ain't mad.
No, I'm not gonna fight you on that. It has been a good show. It has been good shows.
Raw's been hit or miss. It's been a lot of misses in Dave's eyes. It was a miss in my eyes a couple of times, but more in Dave's. But either way, it's just those vibes that you just really want to, you know what I mean? But I'll tell you what wasn't a miss.
No, it wasn't a miss. It was a freaking
It's out the park.
Home run.
It's a grand slam, this match.
Yo, this was, man, listen. The main event. I'm happy they put this on the main event, for real.
It made sense.
Tiffany time. versus Nia Jax for the championship.
For the title. Again, it was so many anticlimactic like vibes. Like, again, stuff didn't end when you thought it was going to end. I literally thought that Tiffany's going to lose the title last night.
I thought she was too. I thought Nia was coming back to get the title from her.
Look, you couldn't tell me at a point in the match that it wasn't going to happen. I'm like, holy hell, bro.
Yo, I was thinking about this last night. Put this match on instead of Charlotte and Tiffany. And then
on Mania?
Mania.
It does better.
Woo.
Yeah, it does a lot better. Does a lot better. Like I'm saying, and the reason being, I feel as though Nia and Tiffany have better chemistry.
Nia don't have no ego.
No, that's another thing. Again, but Nia also has been around long enough to work with Tiffany. She don't necessarily have to have an ego. You know what I mean? She don't have to have the ego. And so it's like they've worked with each other. They like, again, Nia took the pin to Tiffany. It sells itself. It says work the story. So I mean, it didn't hurt them at all. It didn't hurt them at all, and it was actually really cool the fact that they really did all that. Oh no,
that's just terrible.
Oh no. Dave sending me pictures, these AI pictures as we recording, y'all, and the thing is, like, it got me looking like Richard Sherman, low key.
Bro, it got me looking like I don't even know.
He looked like Dad when he was like in his 20s.
Nah, bro, your dad ain't never been that big.
In his face, yes, he was.
Your dad ain't never been as big as me.
No, in the face, like in the face.
I know what you mean. I got what you're saying.
But yeah, that was crazy. It's crazy as hell. Talking about, it's got the picture behind it too.
Yeah, it was dope. But back to this match, Tiffy time. Like me and Matt was saying, she
worked her ass off tonight.
Yo, bro, like this is what I wanted to see with her and Charlotte.
Yeah, but you just couldn't get that.
Well, we know why.
Ego. And we ain't talking about either page. It's my guy. But no. It's the Annihilator did that counter. Bro. First, that's why I really thought it was over. I thought it was over.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was over with that one. I thought it was over even with, Tiffany hitting the moonsault the first time. I thought it was over. Like, you couldn't tell me it wasn't done.
Bro, this match was shout out to them because this might be the best. Because it might be the best women's match this year so far.
Mm.
On TV. I'm not even gonna think about PLEs.
Okay.
On TV, this might be the best one.
Okay.
I mean, we halfway through the year, so
come say, yeah, you talk about PLEs. I might throw a live Valkyria match in there.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I know what I said. TV, yeah. Especially with the stakes being for the title, and people was maybe thinking, Triple H is ready to move on from Tiffy.
But this is also what I like from SmackDown. This gave me old SmackDown vibes. Again, you always had some type of title match every now and then. You had you had the number one contenders match maybe 1 week. Like, again, you think about the times where it was the beautiful people, the ruthless aggression era. It was like, literally, it'll be like Brock Lesnar being the champion. You have Undertaker and like Kurt Angle in a match to decide who's gonna go and face Brock Lesnar the following week, or like the Big Show. Those type of, again, it's like, yo, what are we about to do?
Eddie Guerrero was in that era.
That too. JBL.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Yeah, shit. You want to throw in Matt Hardy version 1, like those, Rey Mysterio. Again, those times.
SmackDown was the workers show
brand. Yeah, it was a workers brand, and it's like it told a lot. But then you have Raw. Raw was more like the
big stars.
Yeah, exactly. It literally was what it was. Literally what it was. It's like it was like SmackDown really felt like the land of opportunity, and it definitely gave those vibes by all means. And so, yeah, nah. I will say this though. Naomi didn't have to swing that damn chair like that. Could have hit somebody.
She could hit somebody.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy as hell. Like, holy shit. Like, dog. Why she swing it like that? Didn't even try to hit the target. You know what I mean? It was we
And the reason
definitely will
why,
be, huh?
so the reason why I said the tag team match, because we got to talk about it. Jade and Naomi came down in this match, so I think it's easy just to make it a tag team match at next Saturday if they add a women's match on.
And I really feel like they will do that just because of the fact that Nick Aldis is an impromptu type guy. He books on the fly. You know, he would definitely, if he doesn't do it for Friday, he'll do it for Saturday. You know, it'll definitely, it builds itself up to do it.
Right.
That way, you don't necessarily have to close out on the the Jade and Naomi program yet. You're gonna look to want to close it up soon, but you don't do it yet. And therefore you can kind of move on to the next saga as far as her going for title, her going for any type gold. Granted, they got a certain second generation superstar, female that is, the woman, the GWOAT as she may call herself. No shade to Clarissa Shields. But I'm talking about Charlotte Flair. And Jade program coming down the line. That could possibly be SummerSlam, maybe.
Yeah, that's SummerSlam is for real. Two big names like that.
Okay, they teased it last week. They teased it before last year. I think around when Jade debuted. Either way,
where does Bianca coming back?
And that's why I feel as though they try to wrap up the Jade and Naomi arc soon. They do it. They wait for her. They wait for Bianca to heal.
It was a broken finger.
But is she on Raw?
No. She's a SmackDown wrestler.
She is?
Yes.
Hmm.
So this is where I say,
even though they gave an update on Raw, that's crazy. They gave her update on Raw. Remember when they first talked about her injury? It was on Raw.
It was? All right. Well, maybe I'm wrong then.
I mean, you might not be. I mean, because granted, will she be back before the draft?
The draft is supposed to be after what's it called?
It's so week after next.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, week after next. No, all right, hear me out. So on the internet, it says she is performed under the SmackDown brand.
So she's SmackDown. So that's what I'm saying. So when she comes back, she's coming back after she's going after Naomi.
And she did reveal. I'm sorry, she revealed the injury on SmackDown or last week on 25th. Not the last week, well, a month ago. I'm sorry, my mistake. But does she come after Naomi? Yeah. Yeah, I feel she would definitely go after Naomi. It makes sense to do that, all because of the fact that it would be it would end that trio. It'll end their team fully. Jade and what's name are already fighting, and so like her throwing Bianca into the mix of it would make sense too. And so I feel as though that's how you really got to close that'll be the final chapter in it. I mean, will it come down to be Jade versus Bianca maybe for a title at some point? Yes. But maybe you do that towards like after like the Royal Rumble and everything like that. Maybe you build that for Mania where you're at least allow and it could be either Jade or Bianca holding the title until Mania. Maybe you do it then. But either way, you do something. I think around Royal Rumble for Jade and Bianca to cross paths.
Yeah, we get that for sure. That's a Mania for sure.
Yeah, I'm saying it's not even SummerSlam. That's like, no. You know what I mean. You definitely hold that one off. I think like Jade winds up. It's going to be a year of Jade where she really develops herself as a character and kind of gets better matches because everybody says she doesn't have good matches, everything like that. She's been showing that she has. Her work has been showing it pays off this year, and I feel as though it really lifts off next year.
Yeah, I concur with that.
You know what I mean?
So Charlotte and Jade is a
SummerSlam vibe.
Okay.
And I feel as though, do you have Bianca go for the Royal Rumble again next year?
She gonna go for every Royal Rumble.
Does she win it?
Nah. Hell no.
If she wins it, I'm not mad at it. Because again, 3 times again. But I'm more or less thinking like this again. If Jay's the champion around that time, you get me?
Flip it around.
You can flip it around too. I don't care.
I'm gonna say flip it around. I think
I say either or. I don't care.
Put the belt on Bianca. Let Jay get the Royal Rumble, and then they build into Mania. I like that. I like Jay going into Mania next year
as a challenger.
Not as a champion.
Okay. Yeah, I'm saying either or. I'm a fan of.
No, yeah. As long as we get it at Mania next year, I'm cool with it.
Mm-hmm.
What you give this show?
SmackDown can get a solid B plus.
I'm saying I give it a B plus. A B plus.
Whoa.
What?
Yo, Dave and me agreed on the grade of a show.
Yeah, we agree on a grade. I thought you was going. I really thought you was going to give it an A, A minus. But nah, it's a B plus, and they got to clean up some stuff with this.
It was a co-main event. It was a co-main event that really didn't do it for me. That's why.
Yeah, that's true. But the main event shot it through the roof. Tiffany is working. I'm not mad at her as the champion, bro. Just stay away from Charlotte, and I'm cool.
Unless Charlotte gonna drop the ego.
Her kryptonite right now is Charlotte.
Charlotte's her own kryptonite.
She with Alex Rodriguez now, so she don't care.
She what?
She with A-Rod now, so she don't care.
That's. He's swinging her like it's Louisville, huh?
Hey,
she shaped like one. She shaped like one.
Yeah, she ain't got no assets. This AAA show, bro, that's coming up. Ain't nothing been announced for it.
Nah.
This shit gonna be like a tribute show where everybody just come out and just gonna have this random throw on the wall matches that ain't gonna have no story.
Nah, it's gonna have story. It's gonna have story.
Bro, the show was in 2 weeks. 3 weeks.
Give it a minute. I'm telling you,
they ain't got a minute.
again, how they ripping off the card for what's the name? They're gonna do it. They're gonna get it right. Because much like they did with Mania, again, they let you were in the blank about Mania.
And that's why Mania ticket sales didn't do what they're supposed to do, because y'all want to hold back.
But the payoff wasn't terrible.
Night 1 was, but Night 1 was great. Night 2 was terrible.
Okay. But like I said, it wasn't terrible. They would keep you in the dark about a lot of stuff leading up to it. You know what I mean? So look at it like this. They said there's probably like 10 WWE programs, including NXT, including Saturday Main Event, from here until August. From today until August.
That's a lot of program.
It's a lot of program. Because then, again, you still have the potential lingering Evolution 2 with the ladies. You know what I mean? So it's like you have a lot.
Speaking of the ladies, Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, they about to, what's her name? What's her
Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, they about to have a WWE scrap right now.
Oh, speaking of that,
what?
I know this is not a sports show, but it's the fact that we the same cast. We're not going to act like we're oblivious to it. WWE really scripted that shit for the NBA.
We're gonna talk about that tomorrow, but fuck no, I don't believe that. So that means WCW scripted back in the day for Dennis Rodman and Carmelo.
Duh.
Get the hell out of here. Michael Jordan did that shit. Michael Jordan did that
shit. Nah, but it's definitely it's looking more and more like oh, they knew they on something. They gonna have the match soon now for sure.
I mean, hey, yeah, we'll talk about that on Win tomorrow.
They gonna have a match though. Jalen Brunson, Tyrese Halley. Yeah, they gonna have a match.
I don't like that match, but Win tomorrow. Oh man, can't wait for that. No Terrence this week, man. I didn't promote Terrence.
Ain't Terrence next week either, or the week after that, or the week after that. Terrence ain't never gonna show up.
It might be the week after, not next week, but the week after.
Okay. Those his words?
No, these are my promoter words.
Okay, because the thing is, he likes to say, "Set it up, set it up." Like again, all you gotta do is show up. They got set nothing up. Show up.
Yo,
we have a hard time doing that though, bro.
I sent you something. A Will Ospreay in that empty arena,
bruh. No, yo, Tony's paying them a lot. Cause again, that dude literally just can't stop mentioning WWE. Him to say that they're not a real wrestling company, you know what I'm saying, is nuts.
But what are you?
You know what I mean? He said like WWE is a sports entertainment company and AEW is a wrestling company, bro. Don't give me that if y'all can't sell out a show. Again, Javion Evans out here chewed up Ricochet. No did. And it ain't looking good. That show was terrible, bro. There was nobody in the upper rafters.
Bro, do you realize the ECW tribute show had more people in there than that day?
It always will. TNA has more sold out shows than what AEW's having.
That is, when I seen
abysmal.
That, I said, what the fuck? What the world is going on out here?
No, seriously.
Your roster, what you're paying these people is millions and millions of dollars.
No, you're only paying like 4 people millions and millions of dollars.
I'm saying the whole roster combined, because he got a hell of a. If you look at how many people's on the AEW roster, it's a lot of people on.
It's a lot of people on the roster. Not a lot of people on TV.
Hey, you ain't say nothing wrong.
The usual suspects, and I mean, again, you can say anything you want about WWE doing the same type of stuff, but at least they sell themselves. Again, Will Ospreay don't sell himself unless he mentions some BS.
Which he's BS.
They literally just brought back Zach Gowen, dog.
Against your boy. And he tried to put a figure 4 on him.
I'll give him that was funny, but still.
It wasn't funny.
It was cheesy. I would say funny like in a cheesy way. It was cheesy. Yeah. It was cheesy.
Corny.
It was like, bro. For all this, I want to say this one thing. Jim Ross, I need you to come back to WWE.
Oh man, prayers out to Jim Ross. He got diagnosed with colon cancer.
For real.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, your last run can't be with that company, man.
Come on home, man.
Your last run can't be with that company, man.
Come on home. Because I don't like that. You know what I mean? I don't like that at all. I don't know if it was you and Vince. I don't know if it was just Vince's mess catching up.
Vince's mess probably catching up.
But I need you to come on home, bro.
Yeah, you gotta finish your last time with us, bro.
I got a real quick question. Is Jim Ross in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, he's in the Hall of Fame. Yeah.
He's a Hall of Famer?
Yeah, he's been there already.
Okay.
Yeah, he's been there. He was active when they put him in there.
Okay, 2007. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's been in there. Yeah. But still, I don't want people, when it comes to Jim Ross, Mount Rushmore for sure. But I just don't want him to go out with that company as his last run.
No, I don't either. I don't want to retire that way.
No. I need you can come in, call one more match, and your final match will be with the company that blew you up. Because
Hell,
I mean, you was with WCW first, and then you came on over. But
you know who it could be for? It could be in Boston in December.
Cena. Yeah, that's praying that everything goes well with his diagnosis.
For real.
Yeah, I would love that.
Because that would be another end of an era. Granted,
Michael Cole, Jim Ross,
he could have called Saturdays.
and Wade Barrett. That would have been dope.
He could have called Saturdays. Because that's an end of an era type match, too. Randy versus John.
Yeah, that Monday night when it was going through hell. Yeah, nah, you're right. No, I'm just trying to, in my head, I'm trying to listen to it like Michael Cole, Jim Ross, and Wade Barrett. Because
you said Wade Barrett?
Because what's it called won't be there. Pat won't be there because
I'm not even going Pat.
Who just said?
Joe. Granted, they're all regularly like commentary. They're play-by-play. They're play-by-play commentary. They're not color commentary at all.
You got to throw a color in there.
Corey's
on somebody's shit list.
Oh, I ain't saying that. Corey's my guy.
No, I'm saying he is on somebody's. I don't want him to be because I like Corey Graves.
He's on NXT. You know NXT. He's with Book.
I mean, he'd be back once Pat go away. So,
yeah, Corey's my guy.
No, I like Corey Graves.
I fool with Corey. You know what I mean? He definitely. I love how he's really switched it. Like, you know what I mean? He switched his career around when he had to.
The crazy part, he's actually cleared to wrestle.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying like how he really transitioned into it. Like, it wasn't for the fact that he was getting old. He was really like he couldn't do it. It wasn't like a certain 3-letter person that's over there on the other company who has a son involved. But talking about Taz.
I know exactly.
Yeah. Talking about Taz, but like either way, it's definitely I definitely like to see Corey on commentary a lot.
No, you will. Once Pat go away, they're bringing back up.
Yeah,
I think Corey don't like it because. And I wouldn't like it either. I do all the hard work. It's easy. Mania season is always easy to come back around. Yeah. That's the easiest time. Rumble to Mania, that's the easy run.
Yeah.
But what about this other run? Now, don't get it wrong. Lately, we've been getting some great things outside of Mania season as well. But it's that's really the dog days right there. And I can see why. Yeah, I can see why. I would be frustrated too if I help get you there. Then Pat comes in. Gets everything that he gets.
Yeah.
But you also got to look at it from the business. Pat brings in more people probably than Corey will anyways.
I mean, that's just platform wise.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But then you got me booked next to Booker T, bro.
Quacky quack shucked up.
Man, look. It's even to the point where like I look at LFG last week.
Yeah. LFG, we're gonna speak about that before we get off of here.
Yeah, LFG of last week, BJ, or was that the week before?
Last week.
Yeah, BJ calling Booker T out. I'm not mad at some of the stuff he said.
Forget that. Called out Bubba and told him, "You put your hands on me again, you're gonna find out."
Oh, he may have been out of line with that one. Granted, I told you with that one already.
Well, go ahead. We're talking about LFG.
With that one, I really feel as though like down the line it'll be a much like a Zilla Fatu Booker T vibe type match that'll happen between BJ Ray and Bubba Ray. Like, it's funny you both say that, right? Like Bubba, BJ.
I didn't even remember.
It just correlated to me just now. It just correlated to me now too. But either way, it's like you definitely got to have that. I think you do that just to kind of have like them settle their differences. You know what I mean? BJ's definitely a much better superstar in my eyes. As far as just being like, he's not complete, but like his personality will fit WWE. You know what I mean? However, it's his own. He gets in his own ways, and that's what screws him over.
He's his own demon, as it is.
He really is. He really is, and it's a shame because it's like, bro, you really are like wasting it. It's like, bro, you get your head at your own ass, it should be all right. You know what I mean? And then
a lot of us until we learn though.
No, it's the truth. It's the truth.
So speaking of LFG, we got the last show coming Sunday. We got Jasper Troy versus Shiloh Hill. We got Maze, what's her name? Steele?
Tyra May Steele.
And who's the other one?
Xena.
And Xena. Out of the girls, who you think winning that match?
Tyra.
Who you think is winning? No, who you think is winning the show?
Who thinks winning the show?
Yeah.
It's gonna be Tyra May Steele.
And for the men?
It's gonna be Shiloh Hill.
Nah. Jasper Troy and May Steele. I don't care for May Steele at all, but I think it's gonna be May Steele and Jasper.
You don't care for Tyra at all?
Nah, I don't. Her, it feel like it's, you know, they want to compare her to Kurt Angle because she's a champion, Olympic gold medalist and all that. But it seemed too phony to me. Kurt Angle, when he was there, it seemed natural. It was Kurt Angle, you know, and then, you know, he really developed his character and started having funny stuff around it. But I'm talking about he was just him, like in the moment. Even
like, because like Chad Gable, he's another one that you look at like a little bit better. He don't necessarily glorify as much as I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. It's like you don't have to force it.
Yeah, she's relying on this heavily.
So you got Xena winning over her?
No, I said no. I think no. Who's talking about winning the show? Yeah, I mean that's who I will want to win. Yes, that's me. That's me going with my heart, not my head. My head tells me she's going to win. I think it's going to be Jasper Troy and May Steele. I think Jasper Troy going to win. I think he actually, if you look at the whole show, he developed the most throughout the whole show. Yeah. He took the most in from what the coaches was telling him. And you got to think about even Taker and Bubba and Mickey Jane, all of them poured into him and he took from each one of them. So I believe if you go off the whole entire show, he should be. Okay. And I think NXT, him and Omi, that'd be a nice match.
Oba. Yeah.
Oba. That'd be a nice match.
I'm not sold on Xena. I never was sold on Xena. I feel as though they were really trying to force her into the picture. You get me? I feel they were really trying to force her from the rip. It's like her last match she had, I wasn't sold. Again, I'd rather Nasty P have won. Penina.
P Nasty.
Yeah, I feel like she was better. Again, granted, could it have been the fact that she started doing it too late? Maybe. Okay, whatever. But at the same time, it feels though when you have people like that, like you can kind of mold them just like you try to mold everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like Xena's the youngest one on it. She's 21.
Yeah, she literally just started.
Right. But Penina's 25. I'd say I don't feel as though you have, you know what I'm saying? Like you can still do the same thing. Like, come on, let's be honest.
You got to think about it. Wrestling is not like regular sports.
Right.
Most people don't, in wrestling, you don't get your big break until you 30, 35.
This is very true.
So this is not like you got to get them while they're young and stuff like that. No, wrestling, Hulk Hogan didn't get his break till he was 30-something and bald head, and still bald head. Ric Flair, Stone Cold wasn't Stone Cold until he was almost 35, 36.
Look, there's only one that you ain't mentioned.
Oh, well, listen, he didn't even shout out to Diamond Dallas Page. People don't even realize Diamond Dallas Page was so much around wrestling before he was actually a wrestler.
Word.
Go to WrestleMania 3, Honky Tonk Man, and he came out in the pink Cadillac. That's DDP Cadillac, and he's driving it. I mean, you can't get no better than that right there. No. I mean, but yeah, shout out to like Matt saying, DDP didn't get his break till he was 47.
Yeah, my man's now 69. Like, come on, you think about it. Yeah.
So it don't age in wrestling really don't matter unless you're JC Mateo, who's 40 years old, who can't get over. But This is my opinion. But yeah, but everybody else is on LFG. Like I want to see. All right, the cat's out the bag. Let's think about this. When they're eliminated, they are not eliminated and going home, and they're not. Now they're on the indie circuit. They're
not getting this contract.
They're not getting a contract with NXT. They are still on the WWE developmental contract. So we will see eventually. We will see Elijah. Eventually, we will see the Rock. The Rock want to be.
No, you talking about Anthony Timu?
Yeah, Timu Rock. He is, bro. He's corny as shit.
It's corny.
I mean, eventually we will see all these pieces. If not, what's the girl name that did all the crime?
Bailey Humphrey. Oh no, you talking about you talk about Tatiana Dumas. She did all the crying.
Yeah, Tatiana. Her. She just posted a picture with the Rock's daughter. Ava. Yeah,
like a couple months ago.
Yeah. So come on, like, don't think because they got eliminated, they're eliminated from the WWE. They just eliminated from this quote unquote show in the moment.
Right.
So we will still see all these stars. I ain't gonna say stars. Look, I don't think all of them stars.
Bailey Humphrey a star, bro.
She might need plastic surgery, but yeah, she will be a star.
She will be a star. Like, and we only say that because the thing is, it's just like they're gonna want her image to look like the same from head to toe.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And that, again, we're not shaming doing anything like that. No. We're only saying it. We only saying it because it's like it looks crazy. Like it's like when you see her do her interviews and the confessional and everything like that. Like, you don't expect her to be jacked the way she's jacked, bro. But like it's literally like that's all it is. Not body shaming, not doing anything else.
Yeah. If anybody thought about it, I'm wrong. I'm sorry for that because I ain't body shaming nobody. But I'm just saying this her look and the way things is with her. And you can see how she progressed throughout the show as well.
For real.
So
I mean, do I feel as though she should be in the finals? Yes.
Yeah, I mean, we both.
But it's just for the fact she just started. That's the only thing that held her back. Because again,
we talked about it on the last show. I don't care if you just started or not. If you're better, you're better.
Right. Again, you can put her in there with instead of Xena in my eyes, but
no, Tyler may still.
Tyler may still, but again, you put. I would rather it be P Nasty and Bailey.
I totally agree.
I'd rather be P Nasty and Bailey. I'd rather. And I'm sorry, and there's no offense. Again, I just feel as though they were really shoving and trying to push Shiloh Hill a lot.
So who would you rather be?
You can give me Elijah Holyfield.
Elijah Holyfield and Jasper
I'm not
Troy?
going to Jasper Troy actually like.
I'm saying if you could make a final at everybody, it would have been Jasper Troy and Holyfield.
Yeah.
And P Nasty and
Bailey
Humphrey.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm excited to see who wins this tomorrow.
Same.
And then I'm ready for season 2.
I am too. Now season 2 will be crazy.
I think season 2. I think this was.
I think they bring a couple people back.
They bring a couple people back, and I think this was just the platform to see how this show goes.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we all know it's been doing good because everybody, they already said season 2 and 3 has already been greenlighted. So, hey, as long as it don't give me too much.
Give me different coaches though.
Well, we already know the coaches for next year.
I mean, we know one person that's not going to be there. That's it.
Well, they replaced her with Michelle McCool.
Yeah, all right. But I'm saying you can you can substitute somebody else out too. Sorry.
Who you want to take out?
Booker.
Who would you put in? No Diddy. So you see, they're not using active wrestlers.
They're not using active ones.
Oh, we said it. No, you said this before. Truth.
True. Yes. You want a personality, a color type personality. You get Truth.
And the reason why I said that, and I'm not keeping this a race thing, but you got to replace a black with a black. And Truth, just getting out the ring as an active wrestler, because me and Matt do believe he's retiring. Mm-hmm. I think Truth would be perfect. And Matt said this before, character development.
Yeah. Okay. He nails it. Even if he's not a coach, he needs to be on an episode for sure.
Nah, fuck that. He need to be a coach.
You want him on a weekly. Again, if y'all don't give me Truth on a weekly, give me him at least on a week, please.
Yeah, no, he definitely. Yeah. Character development. Truth has
He's the epitome of it.
Yo, me and Mary talked about this plenty of time coming to Truth, but this in WWE alone, his character development, home run out
for real.
All that.
I'm trying to think of who else they could do though. Who's a non-active wrestler that would make sense? And like, so hear me out. I mean, you can't like say use certain people just because the fact they're really like trainers, low key. Like Tyson Kidd. You know what I'm saying? Like he's like a trainer. Even like Hurricane's it's a trainer.
Could be a producer.
Hell. If he gets his act right, if he chills out sometimes on social media, you can give him Rikishi. You give me Rikishi. Hell, Austin could work too.
Well, Austin, when he did Tough Enough, I actually like that. When he was on Tough Enough, that was dope as shit.
I feel you can get him there. I mean, I do like Bubba's aspect. I mean, and that's another thing. Like, maybe you don't do Bubba because maybe you look at Bubba as being too harsh, but I feel like some people will. I like Bubba's aspect.
No, but you need that Bob Holly style person. No, you're not bringing him back after that point.
But you know what I'm saying, though. I'm agreeing to what you're saying. I'm agreeing with what you're saying, though.
Yeah. Nah, Bubba feels that in a way where he's a straight shooter, talk shit.
Yeah.
Taker is that established legend that everybody wants to live up to. 20 plus years in there, on top. So you keep Taker.
Rey Mysterio.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not. So
Rey Mysterio.
Only thing about Rey is when you see Rey Mysterio, you think of Rey Mysterio. You're going to think of people that he trained as high flyers. Even though I'm not. Hold on. What I'm saying is Rey Mysterio is more than a high flyer. He's proven that in his run with WWE because a lot of the high flyer stuff he did not do. But I'm saying this is what people are going to think.
He was going to get luchadors.
Yeah. And I don't. But having the AAA show,
it's not bad.
It brings cross promotion into all that.
Yeah, it does.
I'm not mad at that. Ray, because we all believe Ray's winding down too to get out the ring.
Yeah.
If you switch it up, to me, so you got to have the women's perspective of the show as well. So you keep Taker because that's just established legend name.
Mm-hmm.
I love to keep Bubba because he's just a certified asshole.
It's the grit, yeah.
You can give me a Ray. You could give me a R-Truth. I'm either one of them I'm perfectly fine with. Mm-hmm. Rey Mysterio's R-Truth. And women, I mean, we know they got Michelle McCool, but if you really want to give me somebody else,
as far as women,
I'm trying to think.
You can give me Victoria.
She does something her in the company though.
You'll probably throw in you could throw in a Trish I'm surprised she actually wasn't even on the episode.
I'm surprised Trish wouldn't be a coach, period.
I'm surprised she was on the episode though. Like she wasn't on the TV at all. Who else could you do?
Jackie
Gator, really? Oh, Jack. Oh, okay. Jacqueline. I'm sorry. Yeah. Lita. I'm surprised she wasn't on the show either. Even as an appearance, because she broke walls. Molly Holly's another one, broke walls.
Well, she was on the show, she was a back trainer, so she in the PC every day.
Okay. So I mean, Lita for sure.
Trish, Lita. You better stay away from them fucking goddamn twins. You better not say neither one of them.
No, I was going to say, you don't got Beth Phoenix, but you got Natalia.
Beth Phoenix, that would have been dope too.
That would have been dope.
That other company.
Right. The one I think I was really into, I probably forgot it. I probably literally just lost it. I think I just lost it.
Nah, but like me and Matt saying, we can make some more dynamic coaching.
Word.
I mean, you definitely can keep. I mean, you got to keep the dead man because he is who he is.
He's WWE like
Yeah.
as a whole.
So like I said, I just love Bubba Ray for the asshole perspective that he gives to some people. To some people, not me. And the women, I'm not great shoot on Michelle McCool, but I think I'm about to throw a grenade at her. He wasn't that much of a troublemaker.
She didn't really do too much. AJ Lee was the other one I was thinking of. I'm sorry. AJ Lee was the other one. Yes. AJ Lee was the other one.
Grease. You cooking with grease now.
You know what I'm saying? You do that because again, she literally became bigger than what everybody thought she was going to be.
If what's it called, neck wasn't messed up or she wasn't such a F up and she might be coming back to the company, Paige too.
You know what? That actually might be she could.
She might be on season 3 though. Because she's not officially with the company yet.
Right. She hasn't signed with anybody, but she could. She could work. Granted, she has her past that, but she could. You know what I mean? Because otherwise she's just going. She's going to be a general manager of some other show. But no, she has gotten back in the ring, hasn't she?
Yeah, she cleared. But WWE, I don't think they're going to put her back in the ring completely.
I don't think they.
Tony Khan paid the doctor off, but
Right. Yeah. Oh, let me see what her last match was before we go anywhere. Give me a second.
I think it was AEW almost a year ago.
Really?
She hasn't been in that many tag team. I mean, she's been in. They booked her in tag team matches more than they put her in singles. So they would try to protect her as well.
They protect her well.
Yeah, they had
doing it that way. Protect her very well.
That's why I believe she was never completely clear. Yeah.
Well, she was in October 8th. Or her final appearance. October 8th. She was on Title Tuesday. To fight, she fought for a match against. She was in a Fatal 4-Way. She lost, of course. Yeah. So you're right.
So
she's always been protected in a way. She probably didn't get pinned.
Bro, she watching her matches in AEW is painful because you know what she can do, and when she get in there, she's super limited, or they're not letting her do much. It's almost Bret Hart versus Vince McMahon Mania.
Ew.
Hey, you two, I give you compare.
Hey, I got a better one. It's like Vanderlei Silva versus I think it was Rampage. Late in their career. Where he's just like, oh no, God, please get this off now. He's off now. This is terrible.
Kimbo Slice versus Dada 5000.
Roy Jones versus Mike Tyson.
That was an exhibition.
You get what I'm saying, though.
That was an exhibition, though.
You get what? Chuck Liddell versus Tito Ortiz 5.
Yeah.
Why?
You're right though. That's how they booked her in AEW because I think they were scared to really use her.
I get it.
So
I get it. Yeah. It makes sense. It makes sense to me.
Man, listen. With that being said, I'm your boy Dave C.O. Coles.
Hey, it's the podcast Savage itself, Matt. Just delivered you another good one.
Yeah, delivering. And I think we'll be on this time tomorrow.
You know what that means?
You know when?
I mean, go get some umbrellas up real quick because it's about to start raining hell, bro.
Yeah, we're going over the schedules that just came out on Wednesday. We got to talk about some other stuff, talk about people getting paid. And Terrence, you're always the punching bag.
Yeah, the punching bag, you just spit rag, bro. You're spitting on you.
God damn.
Because I feel tough.
That being said, we catch y'all on 24.